Oh, I think I just turned the mic on. Okay, I hope you can hear me now. This is the first time I've ever tried to screen record. I am using the snippet tool that is actually uh, within, hold on, you went in here and you just type snipping tool. Oh, snipping tool, not snippet. Snipping tool. It's within Windows 10. So, I'm just going to walk through step by step and kind of narrate what I'm thinking as I apply for this particular job for my partner. And hopefully it will help anybody who has never applied for a job or I've applied for tons of jobs and sometimes the process is just so complex and not user friendly that it just is not it. So hopefully this helps. We're going to start here. So it says it's going to take us like 15 to 25 minutes to complete this application. All right, boom. So we are in the United States. By checking this box and clicking the save and continue button, I confirm that I read, agree, and consent to the information below. Okay, so U.S. People Matter. What's this? Oh, so this is just basically giving a consent to receive electronic forms, okay? E-signature disclosures and content. So this is so that you don't have to physically sign any forms in person and it can all be done online. This is another one, the same thing, basically for your tax information here. So we are reading both of those, okay? Yes, we read them all. I mean, you can't apply for the job unless you say you read these things and you agree to them. So my mama taught me to read everything, but some things, are we going to apply for the job or not? So, like general terms of use, there's no way that anybody reads any of this, but unfortunately, that's what saves them in a lot of lawsuits after they screw you over. Okay. We are going to save and continue. Hours per week. We are going to say 30 to 40. 40 is technically well, actually, well, it depends on the company. Sometimes companies say that over their personal policy is over 30 is overtime, but generally 40 hours is a work week. I'm available all week. Okay, what day do you want to start? We are going to say immediately. It's February 13th, so we are going to say February. Well, actually, he'll probably want to give his job a little bit of a notice because he's very respectful on that. So let's say realistically, um, realistically, why isn't my calendar popping up? Maybe because I have this snippet tool on. I don't know. What did I say today is? Oh my gosh, it's almost Valentine's Day. Oh my gosh, tomorrow's Valentine's Day. Shut the front freaking door. Wow, just realized that. Okay, cool. So let's give us a couple days. Let's give us till, I don't know. Oh gosh, I got court on the 19th. Let's give us till 20th. That looks good. That way they know that you're working. Well, I mean, maybe they don't, but it doesn't matter. Put whatever you feel comfortable as being your first start date. Generally, this is not going to be when you get started, but this just lets them know when you're going to be available. Okay, if hired, how much time do you need to give notice for your current position? Wow. See, all of that energy figuring that out. So we're going to say less than 2 weeks because well, let me just, oh, okay, you have missing or incorrect information. Entered text is invalid. This field can only contain numbers. So they're not taking a range of numbers. They're taking only one. So I'm going to say 35. Okay? And like, you don't really got to put too much time into this because honestly, most of these questions, whoever is hiring you is going to ask you them again. And that's just what it is. So I've got to figure out how to not give all my information out here. So this might be blurred out by the time I get this posted, which I learned how to do last night in YouTube Studio. What? Okay, but right now I'll just kind of tell you I am filling in the address, the name, address, state. We are in Ohio, OH, Ohio. Okay, postal code. Then it says, please enter your contact information. So we're going to put his email in here. And we're going to put Should we do his phone or my phone? Because I'm more available than him when he's at work, but it's weird kind of to put a different person's phone number if they're not the one for the job. So we're going to do his phone number. We're going to do his phone number. Where is it at? I don't see his phone. Oh, there it is. And we're going to save and continue. Are you legally able to work in the U.S.? Yes. Everybody is legally able to work in the U.S. if you are a citizen. On the next page, you will be asked to add your employment history. Please note that we do require this information. By checking this box and clicking Save and Continue button, I am confirming that I am agreeing to consenting to the information above. All right. Now, yes, I would like to add employment history. Okay, now I know a lot of this information, but I don't know it all. But I have realized that I used to belabor over getting exact dates and exact, like down to the day of the month that I was either hired or fired at previous jobs. And you know what? It's just not that serious, y'all. Again, after being a manager and being somebody responsible for hiring entire teams, anywhere from 5 to 30 people, maybe 35 at some points, like, this stuff is not that serious, and it doesn't really matter if you do something wrong, because like anything can be fixed within the interview if you ever even get the job. So just kind of go through it. So here we are going to do start with your most recent employer. So right now he is still currently working at here and he is a cook, and his supervisor is da-da-da. And the phone number. I don't know what the phone number is. Let's look that up. Let's look that up. And like, if you can't find some of the information to put in here, just submit it without the information. If they need it, they will ask you. If you don't have one phone number in your previous employer history, don't let that stop you from submitting the application. Okay, like it's not that serious, for real. I used to think everything was so freaking serious, and it's just really not. It's just really not. Okay, so we are going to, oh, I just put our address in where the address for the thing is supposed to be. Here we go. All right, so I'm just pulling this information off of Google for his current employer. And they give you everything right there. So we've got the phone number and we've got the address. And like sometimes I've even just put the cities. If I couldn't remember the exact address, I don't know at this point why I didn't look it up. But like I would just put in Columbus, Ohio. You look up the address. Now it's asking the start date. So he has been there since, let me think about this for a minute. He's been there about a year and a half, I think. So where would that put me? Let's see. It is February. So about a year and a half would put me like October, November, December, January, February, about October or September, maybe. Let's do September. Like I said, it's not a huge thing. And I have started just putting the first day. Dude, I used to go back and like try to log into my previous, and that would have been, hold on, a year and a half. That would have been 2023, right? A year and a half, because a year ago would be February of 2024. So if he started in September prior to that, yeah, 2023. Okay, and there's an end date here, but you don't have an end date if you're currently working, so there should always be another check mark. Oh man, please list your responsibilities. Okay, I used to take a lot of time on this too. However, we are going to do a short little, let me think here, a short little concise, oh, I'm getting hot, thinking too much. Okay, we're going to do a short little concise thing instead of entering exact responsibilities, because like essentially for a cook position, they're all going to be generally around the same type. So you want them to know that you can run multiple positions. And I always, well, maybe not always, but I have started doing everything in caps when I fill something out, just because I feel like that makes my stuff stand out more. And I don't have to worry about my grammar or like capitalizing the beginning of certain words, and it's just kind of faster for me. So I keep everything in caps. I don't think it's unprofessional or anything. I think it's just, preference. Um, Running multiple positions in a high pressure restaurant. Okay, running multiple positions in a high pressure restaurant. Okay. What else? Well, see, I'm stunting here because he does a lot of stuff that he's not required to do or that's not in his job description. So, for instance, like he he monitors food levels and provides GM with order information or data. I don't know. I like data. That sounds professional. Running multiple positions in a high pressure restaurant. Monitor. Oh, okay. So I like to keep it all in the same type of uh, writing. So running multiple positions in a high pressure restaurant. Monitoring food levels and providing. How should I do this? You know what? It doesn't even freaking matter. Like I said, it's not that serious. Monitors food levels and provides GM with order data. Um, I'm going to do it on each line because I'm kind of doing like a topic rather than individual responsibilities. Trains new hires and well, trains new hires. That's it. I'm gonna put cook line positions because again, because if you watch my last video about um, looking for these types of places to apply to, I was talking about how there are so many different titles for certain positions that vary restaurant to restaurant. So running multiple positions in a high pressure restaurant was very vague. I want them to know that he has ran multiple cook line positions in a high pressure restaurant, monitors food levels, and provides GM with order data, trains new hires. Um, well, I mean, everybody cleans when you work in a restaurant, so I don't need to. I think that's enough. I'm wasting too much time on it. Reason for leaving: he didn't leave. Currently still employed. May we contact your previous employer for a reference? Yes. Now, I do know that some people do contact these previous employers, but a lot don't. I would like to add additional employer. Yes. So before then, he worked at. That's a good question. Where did he work at? Oh, I think it was Zensha. Oh, see, I automatically go to capitalize the first letter, and I'm probably wasting more time by having it on caps and having to go back and take the little letter out. Zensha Tea Salon, I believe it was called, and he was a cook. Supervisor was, I don't know. Phone number was. Zensha Tea Salon in Columbus, Ohio. All right, it's gonna. Oh, am I not spelling it right? Zensha. It's coming up a whole bunch of hair salons. No, Zensha. It was a restaurant. Zensha. It had like booba booba bubble bubble tea and boba. What is that stuff called? Oh, there, Zensha Cafe and Tea. Well, that's not what it was really called, but okay, that's cool. They must have changed their name. All right, it is it. Um, oh, that's not even the right one. It's close enough. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what the phone number is. It looks like it might be closed. It was on North High Street. So we're, again, North High Street. Okay, so that's all we're going to put. If they need to know that, which they don't ever, they can ask you. It was in Columbus and it was in Ohio. You know, they don't care. They don't, there's no reason to stress over these little things that they are not going to ask you for. Believe me, there's no need that they need to know the exact address and uh yeah, the exact address. Maybe the phone number, but I didn't see it. We could put unlisted in here because I didn't see it. So, you know, you can always do something like that, or you can even say like couldn't find. I don't know, whatever you want. Again, if there's a problem, they will tell you. Postal code. I'm gonna just do one around here that I know it's close. I'm not gonna waste any more time looking that up. Okay, he only worked here for maybe like 4 months or so. So, um, I know it was in 2023, so let's start with that, right? Because his last job took him to, he's been working at his current job since 2023. And if he started there, what did we say, in September? So I'm going to say like February, March, April, May. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do like to September. March, let's do March. And we're going to do day one, even though I don't know what day it was, but it doesn't really matter. March 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll go to there. All right. 2023. Okay, please list your responsibilities. Again, cook and tea. Oh, no, I meant to say food and tea, cook and preparer. Food, I don't like how that sounds. Let's do food, cook, and tea connoisseur. He really was learning about teas from all around the world there. So how do you spell that? Connoisseur? That's not how you spell it. And it's not telling me it's wrong either. How do you spell connoisseur? Conne. Oh no. I was reading mine. Connoiseur. That's where I got it right. I mean, got it wrong. Food cook and tea connoisseur. Oh, he also did register and order taking. He also did host and serving. Actually, he was starting to serve there because I took my mama in and he served us. Reason for leaving. That's a great question. I don't quite remember. So you can really put anything in here. Again, I used to take so much time trying to figure out what the best way to say this things was. And you can just say, it wasn't enough money, or it wasn't paying my bills. It wasn't paying the bills. Boom. Everybody understands that, okay? It doesn't matter if it's professional or not. That's the fact of the matter is. And I think that may really honestly have been the only reason that he left was because it just wasn't making enough money. It just wasn't making enough money. And if I remember correctly, there was something weird about the tip outs. Like he would have to go in on a different day to pick up his tip out from the day before. Like, and it was never quite right. And she would keep like written ledgers of booking. Like nothing was electronic. It was definitely old school. Maybe contact your previous employer. Yes. I would like to add an additional employer. Yes. All right. Before that, he worked at High Okay. Job title was cook and customer service. So this was like a his supervisor. I don't really remember the phone. Let's see. Oh, actually, they're closed. That's why he quit. It's because they closed down. It was also on North High Street, and they're closed. So it doesn't matter. I'm not going to take the time to look it up and see the exact address. Again, if they need to know that much, they can look it up themselves or they can ask. Okay, I'm just going to do the things that are required. Now, sometimes I will say on some really strict websites, I have encountered ones that will not let you pass through like this page or save it unless every field or nearly every field has something in it. So for those types of things, you can kind of get creative like we did. What did we do up here? Uh, we did it wasn't paying the bills. For like the supervisor name, you could put don't remember. For the phone, you could put can't find. Now, if you get a really strict one, they won't let you put letters in like a number area. Let's see if this one does. So this is a phone. Oh, it does. See? So you could literally just write couldn't find listing. Oh, it's only going to let me do that many characters, but still, it's something in there. Okay? Postal code again. I'm just gonna do. They're very close to each other. Okay, so if for the last job he worked from March 2023, so he worked at this place like almost a year, and it was really close to the other one. So I'm gonna do. He ended in 23 on the first day. Sometimes it's easier to do this backwards, I think. And his last job he started in March, so we're gonna say he ended in February because there wasn't, I don't believe there was much time between there. And we're going to say he worked there for about a year. So that would take us back to 2022. And even if it's like 9 months, dude, just put in, just, I'm not telling you to lie on this, but I'm saying that it would, excuse me, it would, if you don't have the exact dates correct, I'm not saying fabricate information, but I'm saying don't waste time on trying to find exact data or exact information or exact numbers to put in here because you think it needs to be perfect because it really doesn't. So what did we do here? Sorry, I got off the talking. February. So we're just going to go back one whole year. 22 to 23, February. Okay. And what was this? Hypoke. Oh, so sometimes he would run this whole place by himself. So I'm trying to figure out how to formulate that. Run all positions of to go. That's the thing though. They only had a picnic table sitting outside and nobody could actually come. Well, people could come in, but just to pick up their to-go orders. There was like a window where they would come pick them up. So, run all positions of a to-go restaurant at times as the only employee there. Present. Sometimes, there you go. The employee only present. From order taking to register to cash handling to prepping to cooking to to and okay, that's good. Um, also had 3 tablets, 3 online ordering tablets that ordering tablets. Does that make sense? Ordering tablets such as DoorDash. You can do like a little IE. What does that stand for? It basically means like an example. Also had 3 online ordering tablets, or like as in sounds better. Why don't you do AI? What does IE mean? Does anybody know that? What does it stand for? So also had 3 online ordering tablets, i.e. DoorDash, Uber. I really don't even need the IE there. What was the other one? DoorDash. Oh, Postmates. Uber and Postmates. That I handled, that I cooked, packed, and I don't want to say delivered because he didn't deliver, that I cooked, packed, and presented. Let's say presented to drivers in addition to walk-ups and phone orders. So that way it just kind of shows that he did just about a little bit of everything there, that he has experience in dealing with these tablets, running all positions by himself at a restaurant, that he's trusted in handling cash, that he does prep to cooking entire orders, that he can, that he's familiar with how these DoorDash and food delivery places work and operate, that he's worked with their tablets, that he knows how to pack the orders and present them, and he can engage and, professionally communicate with these drivers. Okay, in addition to walk up orders and phone orders. So that's like a lot of multitasking that people who are hiring people or GMs look for. Reason for leaving: business closed. Boom. That's all you got to put. Yes, you may. Yes, you may contact them. Okay. I was literally just thinking that, man, this is going to take a long time because he has a lot of experience and a lot. But sometimes, as you can see right here, if my recorder is even working, it's counting. I don't know if you can hear me. That would be so funny at the end of this if I talked for this whole process. I'm at 27 minutes right now and nobody could hear me. Oh, Lord. Okay, salary required. So, what I was saying was that sometimes they'll cut you off. Sometimes they only want the 3 previous employers, or like your most recent 3 years. Because for some people like me, that list can look like a rap sheet. Never thought about it like that. Okay, salary required. I forget if this said it was an hour. You can put whatever you want in here, okay? Salary required. So, tip of the day. My mama taught me this when I was about 12, 13, looking for jobs. Always ask for more than you're okay with accepting. Because then, when they come down on what they're going to offer, it's not less than you want. It's what you want, okay? And they don't need to know that. So he said apply for any jobs that are 17 and up. With his experience, his years of working in restaurants, and the variety of different types of restaurants he's worked in, he should, I don't want to say will, he should get paid a lot more than a newbie, okay? A rookie who's never worked in a restaurant before. However, he's okay with 17. I'm going to say $20. $20 per hour. Okay? Because this is an hourly position. Now, is it going to let me put that in there? Okay? And then it's not that they're going to not call him because they're only offering 17 or 15. They're still going to call if they like the what am I trying to say? I'm trying to read and talk at the same time. They're still going to call. They're just going to say, well, we can offer you this position for 17. Or, and then you're not starting at 17. And they say, okay, well, we can offer you 15. Because for one, what that does is show them that you know your value. You know your experience. You know what the running rates are, and you know your worth. And for two, you don't need them. Remind yourself that you don't need them. They need you. Okay? Yeah, granted, yeah, we all need jobs, but this particular company, they're not the only company out there. So don't let them treat you or undercut you, because essentially they are the ones asking for your service. Okay, yes, you need a job. Yes, we need jobs. But essentially, by them saying we're hiring, they are saying we need good people, and everybody always wants the best freaking employees, you know? So let them know. We're not accepting, whatever, wherever your experience is and whatever you're okay with accepting. Just let them know. So we just filled out all of that work history. So he doesn't have a current resume. It's okay, buddy. He doesn't have a current resume. Okay, if you have a current resume, another tip of the day, you do not need to fill out all that. Here, I'm gonna go back and show you. Oh gosh, if you select the previous button before completing some-year project, oh no, we're not gonna go back. We are going to stay on the screen. It says any unsaved information will be lost, and I don't know if mine is saved yet, so sorry. But on the back, on the last page where it was asking all of his employer information, if you already have a resume file that you're going to upload, you do not need to fill all of that stuff in again. Just write resume attached in the box, okay? So we're going to stay on this screen. We're going to not upload a resume because we just pretty much made our resume. Oh man, okay, I used to take way too long figuring out everything here too. So, they want high school. I don't know what the name of his high school was, and he's at work right now, and I'm not going to bother him. So I'm just going to put Chicago High School, okay? In Chicago, okay? If they need to know this, they can ask. And if they don't need to know, they're not going to pay attention to it. And if they don't know, they're going to look at Chicago High School and think that's real high school, which it very well may be. So, oh, it's not in Ohio. It's in Chicago, Illinois. Here we go. Illinois. IL. Did you graduate? Yes, he did. Twice, actually. I don't believe he took any college courses. I don't believe. Do you have relatives employed with us? No. Did someone refer you to the position? No. Oh. How did you hear about this job? They ask you this because they want to know what they're putting their money into for advertising, if it's paying off. So how did we hear about this job? Oh, it was just on a Google search. Hold on. Employee referral, Craigslist company website. I mean, I guess you could say that because we went to the company website. Yeah, let's just say that. We didn't go through Indeed. I acknowledge that I'm at least 17 years of age. Yes. Okay. You are applying to the following positions. A cook at Houlihan's, Upper Arlington. If this is correct, submit your application, baby. Period. Yes. Okay, and that's it. That is it. Okay, it's done. Personally, what I'm getting ready to do right now is take a picture of this application sent. For one, to remind me where I've applied at, or he's applied at rather. But in my own job searches in my life, man, sometimes you put so many applications out there, especially if you're desperate, and then you forget who you freaking applied to. Like, for real. That's why I'm saying it's so important to kind of keep, oh, actually in my last video, I said it was important to keep notes. So right now, I have this, gosh, get your shit together. This notepad of the 4 places that I wanted to apply for him for that I made yesterday on my video. So go look for that. And I am updating next to Houlihan's that I have submitted. You don't need, sometimes I just use too many words. Applied. Write applied and write the date I did it. So I'm putting 2/13 applied. Okay? That way I know what I've done. And has been delivered to Houlihan's. Oh, okay. See, listen, look at this. Your application is complete and has been delivered to Houlihan's, Bristol, Devon, and J. Gilbert. So you will receive email correspondence from them in the future. So, yes, however, wow. Slow down. While we did apply for a certain position at Houlihan's, now this application is within the system of all of these, okay? Jay Gilbert's, and that was another one that was in Worthington. So now, if he decides that he wants to maybe drive to Worthington to this Jay Gilbert's here, like we had. Oh, again, I talked about this in the video earlier, but I'm gonna post them separately. So there was Jay Gilbert's also on my list, and I realized it was in Worthington, about 20-30 minutes away. So, but now if he decides that he wants to apply for that, he doesn't have to fill out this whole application again, basically, is what this is telling you, or what it should be telling you. If it doesn't work like this, they got something wrong. But he could actually just tell whoever the GM or hiring manager is at Jay Gilbert's to pull his application that he sent to Houlihan's. Okay? Because they're all in the same correspondence. All right? Cool. So look, that was like 4 applications in one. Okay? I hope this helped anybody who is currently looking, will ever look, has ever looked, or anybody who has never looked for a job online. I know just in my lifetime, it has changed so much. Like, you know, if from sometimes never even filling out an application to paper applications to just walking in and getting hired on the spot or not. And now pretty much everything is electronic. And sometimes, especially if you're going back into the workforce after being in a job for a really long time, I know that I kind of had to relearn how to apply. And, so anyway, I hope this helps. It was fun, actually. I hope this screen record actually freaking works and I didn't do this whole thing and narrate it all for myself. Anyway, love ya. Happy job searching. And don't forget that your job is not your life. Your job is a means to live your life. Okay? I'm 41 and just realizing that. Well, I learned it about 2 years ago, but it is what it is. Love you.